Hey guys, and welcome to another tutorial. In this tutorial, we're going to set up our VR cockpit. The model has been provided very nicely by Mitch, who also does VR tutorials. I'm going to put some links below. The links will be to download the mesh space shooter player ship.u asset, as well as to watch some of Mitch's tutorials, which go into more of the theory than mine. They're very good. I highly recommend them. So once we have the model downloaded, we're going to navigate to our Unreal projects, go to VRSpace Combat, or whatever you named it, Content, Meshes. We're going to drag our space shooter mesh asset into that folder. Once it's in there, we'll load Unreal. And as you can see, it shows up in our folder now. So we can drag that into the world, have a look at what it looks like. I'll just increase the scale so we can see. Now, as you can see, by default, it doesn't have any materials. It's just the default grid. So let's correct that so we can see through the cockpit. So go to our materials folder, right click, create a new material, name this matte glass, and then do the same thing, except name this new material matte ship hull. Now we'll start by doing the hull. So open that material up, zoom in, hold 3 and click. This gives us an RGB so we can choose the color. We're going to set this to 0.2, 0.2, 0.2 so we get a nice gray color. Connect that to the base color. Then we're going to hit 1 for a constant, hold 1 and click. This will allow us to set a value. And we're going to set this to 0.9 and we'll connect that to the metallic. And then we're going to do the same thing. We're going to create another constant by holding 1 and clicking. We're going to value this as 0.7 and we'll connect that to the roughness. So we'll save. And this is going to create a material that's gray and very metallic and a bit rough. So it'll look good for a spaceship. Just wait for that to save. Alright, so we'll save that. And we can test this out by going to our model and going to the materials. Make sure you're under the details panel. Under materials, go to element 1, type matte ship hull. And as you can see, it applies a nice gray material. Now we'll make the glass. So open up our matte glass. We're going to hold 4 and click. This will create an RGB with an alpha channel, which will allow us to set the transparency. So we're going to set this to 0.05, 0.05, 0.05. And then we're going to set the alpha to 0.9. We'll connect that to the base color. Now this won't yet make it translucent. It'll be opaque, so we need to click anywhere in the event graph so that we get these options on the left in the details panel. We're going to change the blend mode to translucent. Now we'll save that, and once that's done, we should have a nice vaguely gray glass type material that we can see through. Just wait for that to save. Alright, now we can go back to our fighter in the viewport, go to element 1 and set that to matte glass. And now we have a nice glassy material that we can see through.